It's good to stay hydrated. I'm glad that you're drinking your water.
Yes, I'm actually drinking my water with electrolytes in it today.
Oh, added electrolytes. Okay.
I did. I know, because, 99.9% of the population is dehydrated. So.
What? Wait,
Seriously.
okay, so side note, obviously you are
Yes.
also a personal trainer, so you had to learn a lot of things about
Yes.
muscles and all the things,
All
which
the
I asked
things.
you a lot of questions on, but what is the key factor to knowing that you are dehydrated? Is it super yellow pee?
Well, it's super yellow pee. It's also, if you're peeing too much, your body's not retaining water. So if you're like drinking a bunch, but you pee too much, you might need more sodium, which is why electrolytes are where it's at. I know.
Wait, am I low-key dehydrated all the time? Because I
You might
literally
be.
pee all the time?
Well, you also have an insanely small bladder. And side note, TMI, Megan has to pee all the time.
All the
But
time.
it could also be that you don't have enough sodium in your diet.
I don't add salt when I'm cooking.
Yeah.
I'm not a salter. However, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I don't.
Yeah. And to try it, what I would do is add like electrolytes to like one of your drinks, like once a day, and see if that makes a difference with how much you pee.
Do you have how do you add electrolytes?
Well, I use
Is there a
the liquid
packet?
IV one.
Oh, Liquid IV.
Yeah.
Not sponsored, but we would love it
Not
if you were
sponsored.
sponsored. Do you know that I kind of know the okay, I sound way cooler than I actually am. But did you know that I kind of know the creator of Liquid IV?
No. How do you kind of
It's
know?
through a contact I no longer have.
Hmm.
An ex, the most recent ex of mine. It was a buddy of his
Ah,
in school. And
funny.
yeah, I LinkedIn messaged him one time and I was like, "Hey, if you ever need help with social media." This was like when he was just getting started. And then
Yeah.
lo and behold, it is everywhere. So that is
Oh my God, it's
amazing.
blown up. Yeah, I love it. It tastes so good.
Yes,
So
there's different flavors and all that jazz.
yeah, I like this is the lemon lime one.
And how do you feel once you're electrolyted?
Once I'm electrolyted, I feel so good. No, I feel like I have a little bit more energy than normal because like when you sweat and you're dehydrated, your energy levels and you kind of get tired.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then my skin is clearer and my hands don't swell as much because I have my fingers swell.
They don't. You have like the tiniest hands known to being.
These
Like your
fingers.
hands probably should swell, to be honest with you, so they kind of go to a normal sized hand.
They're not as small as my feet, though, girl.
Okay, guys, something I need to tell you about Haley. All right. I will support her in every endeavor that she does, but she came to me one time and was like, "Megan, I think I want to run marathons." And I'm like, "Girl, I think that's great. And I love that you do that. But your feet are 6 inches. Haley's feet are literally so small. Size 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you possibly run 26.2 miles, right?
Yeah.
On size 6 feet. Tell me your ways.
There's no ways except for the fact that my feet are nasty now. So
I can't even
I mean
imagine.
they're not. It's mainly my toenails.
Oh, girl, same. Like,
Yeah.
I hate getting pedicures because I get scolded every time.
Oh my God, mine are terrible right now. I don't even want to go get one because I'm like, nope, they're gonna judge me hardcore, and I can't do that today.
I have never felt more judged in my life than when I go get pedicures.
Guys,
Yeah.
the show's getting real about feet today.
The show is
Sorry.
getting real. Okay, so
Yeah.
electrolytes,
Well,
shitty feet.
yes. But anyways, welcome to this week's podcast, where we talk all things.
Yes, I'm excited. Like this week, when we were talking, we were kind of it's kind of in between week because there was really no football except for the Pro Bowl,
Yep.
and we're waiting for the Super Bowl to happen.
Yeah.
And so but of course there's stories that are coming out, so
Yeah.
we'll dive into those. Did you want to talk Pro Bowl first?
Yeah, I mean, well, first, we did get a question about how the Boston Blondes came to be.
Oh, I forgot about those. Okay,
I know.
yes.
I was like,
love
well, we
that
have
question.
to address our viewer questions, which thank you guys so much. We love that. But yes, one of them was, how did the Boston Blondes happen?
Oh, fantastic question.
I know.
Do you want to start?
I think the whole meeting was fate. If you've listened to us talk before, you may or may not have heard the story of Megan and I and how we met. Thankfully, through our friend Jill, we met at a cookout where Megan was eating a burger with no bun, and I sat down next to her on the steps of the pool, and we just talked. And then that night, I asked her if she wanted to hang out. She didn't know she was crashing a date because I didn't want to go on this date.
Oh my God.
And then we became
It was
best
so
friends.
funny. Yes. So yes, exactly what Haley said, a mutual friend. We're at a pool party. I think I've told this story before, but she walks in, this little tiny thing that she is, and I'm the one getting all the attention in the pool with the guys. And then she walks in, I'm like, oh hell no. This blonde bitch is not gonna rain on my parade. But then anyway, she ended up being the sweetest and we really hit it off. And then we lived close to each other and she invited me out that night, although she walks up with this other guy and I'm like, oh, am I about to crash this date? Don't mind if I do. We ended up having a blast. The guy, on the other hand, hated my life. Did you guys end up ever talking still after that? Or was that pretty much just ended that friendship or whatever it was?
Well, the awkward part was that he was my next door neighbor.
Oh.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we had to keep seeing each other, which, rule number 1, don't ever date a neighbor. It's just
don't ever date a neighbor.
Yeah. Or even go on one date with a neighbor and bring a new friend.
Listen, if he knew what was good for him, he would have been like, I am the luckiest guy in the world. Okay. So the fact that he was not about it, I was like, bro, you don't even know. You don't even know.
He didn't even know, but it's okay because then I think that weekend, I remember driving to your place to watch, we were going to watch a movie. Was it Motocross? Yeah. And then we ended up hanging out the entire weekend.
And oh my gosh. And then I don't even know if you remember this, but you came to my tiny little apartment in North Hollywood and I only had like a futon at the time. So I think you sat in like this turquoise fuzzy chair.
It was one of those
like put it next to my refrigerator, and then I'd pull it out. When like a friend would come over, so they had a place to sit.
I remember because like I sat in it, I was like, I'm going down, guys. I'm going down.
Oh my gosh! Wait, can I look at your shirt for a second? I thought that was like a sweatshirt, and it's like a halfsy.
Yeah, it's like just like a little top thing.
How cute is that?
Isn't that adorable?
Like that? Did you make that?
No, it came like that. It costs way too much money for a shirt that's like this thick of fabric. I got it from Aloe. Like Aloe, it's like Lululemon, but Aloe Yoga, A-L-O.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Soup's cute. Love it.
I wore it.
Yes.
To represent Los Angeles, but
LA. I love. Wait, where was I going with? But yes, to go off of how we started too. So that's like how we met. But a lot of people don't know. Yes, we met in LA, but we're both originally from New England. Haley from Massachusetts, myself from New Hampshire. So we had that in common. And then once we realized, oh my gosh, now we have someone to watch all the games with.
Yeah.
And then that sort of just sparks,
Yeah. And then there was one car ride you and I had where we were talking about the dumbest shit ever. And it was hysterical. Oh my God, it was the bird poop where you were talking about hating bird poop and then hating a car wash. Megan she does not like car washes.
I don't. I fear the car wash.
This bird pooped straight up massive poop on your car and we were driving her. And we just started dying. And then in our heads, I think we said out loud, we went, oh my God, wouldn't it be great if we filmed like us in a car? And that's how we started doing Boston Blondes.
Yes, because at first, Boston Blondes show wasn't even about sports. It was just stupid. But it was so funny. You guys, if you go to our Facebook page, you will be able to see all those past episodes of just Boston Blondes
Yep.
not involving sports on there. And it is some of the funniest stuff. I think to date, my favorite episode, non-sports related that we did, was it like a dual filming day, which
Oh my
broke down into
God.
2 episodes, but it
Yes.
was fall and we went and we did pumpkin picking, and then we did a corn maze, and we filmed ourselves in that corn maze, and it's probably the best 5 minutes of your life if you ever watch it. Like, it is hilarious.
Oh my God.
Good
It
times.
was so good.
Good times in that corn maze.
Oh.
Annoying.
But anyways, moving on to some football talk. Let's talk Pro Bowl and how freaking hysterical Mac Jones was. He wasn't originally supposed to be one of the players who went, and then he did. And oh my God, I'm so glad he did.
I just think, cool. I feel like the Pro Bowl isn't. No one really cares about it. But the fact that Mac Jones was there, I think it gave all of us Pats fans something to look forward to. And then, of course, the Griddy, which went viral when he did his little dance, and a touchdown that didn't even count. But that's when you know you have a young quarterback, when the whistle gets blown by the ref and he's just going to keep running, even though he knows it doesn't count, just so he can just have some fun.
He was so cute, though, and the announcers, when they're talking about it, they're like, what's he doing? He's just still going, and he just went all the way down and starts dancing.
They're
everyone's
like, he's going to run out of the stadium. Yeah.
He's going to run out of the stadium. I was dying. I thought that was hysterical.
It was funny. But I was looking up the dance that he did, the Griddy, because I was like, what is that? And I guess
I didn't know.
Oh man, I looked him up. So I guess this former player or maybe he's still he's still a player for the Vikings, who was actually on the other side, on the other team for the Pro Bowl. He was the one that started it. Oh my gosh, his name is Justin Jefferson. He's for the Vikings. He was the one that started the Griddy, and so it's kind of funny that Mac Jones did it, and it's just he's cute. He's so cute.
He's so cute. He just looked like he was having so much fun, and
I feel like Mac Jones, and I know I always, my new love obsession with Joe Burrow, but I feel like they're the same. They could be brothers. They're both like cute. You just want to,
just a little cheek.
Yes, and they're both just so young and just humble.
I do. I mean, veering off a topic because you brought up Joe Burrow. I am dying. They released this post about his old Twitter tweets. That's good, Haley. Twitter tweets. And I was dying. He's just so adorable.
He's so funny. I too did see that article about his Twitter tweets. But I can't remember what they were, but they were just funny.
No, okay, so I have one of my favorites that I had to save because I was like, this is pretty hysterical. He just goes, seeing it just does not seem like a fun time. Okay. And I cannot relate to anything more than that because I hate scary movies.
Yeah.
And it really does not seem like a fun time.
Not a fun time. It the clown, not fun.
No.
Do you have any other
ones?
Then
the other one was, how do people not like pineapple on their pizza is the real question.
Yes, I remember that one. Do you like pineapple on your pizza?
I love pineapple on my pizza.
I don't get it often, but I don't hate it.
Right?
I don't hate it.
It adds a little something. Now, I'm not like a Hawaiian pizza person because growing up, I didn't eat ham until a couple years ago. So ham is still a new thing to me. I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
But pineapple in general, give me all the pineapple, some jalapeno on there. I know it's just a little spicy and sweet at the same time.
Yes, girl. Yes.
Oh, so anyways, I just feel like he really understood me in that moment. I felt very seen. But yeah, I mean, I think the Pro Bowl's one of those things where, going back to what we were talking about, that I think it used to be taken more seriously, and now it's kind of just people kind of think of it as a joke, really. It's not.
Yeah.
And you can't tackle or anything, so it's kind of just a lame reason for football players to get together. But I did like the Patriots showing up and representing themselves, and like watching Mac Jones was cool. But I am ready for the Super Bowl.
Me too. What are your plans?
I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out. Ideally, I wanted everyone to come over here, but there's no way I'm gonna be.
You're ready, yeah.
Ready.
Well, I feel like I don't really know anyone out here that's super into the NFL. Everyone's all about college football out here. And I think I was saying last time I get anxiety hosting, but my friend Allison, she is just like down for whatever. Like she like said to me when the Patriots were still in the playoffs, she was like, let's go out and watch the Pats. I'm like, I didn't know you cared. She's like, I don't, but I think it's so fun. I'm like, okay, Allison,
okay,
let's do it. So she wants to go out for the Super Bowl, but we were looking at some places out here, and it's like a cover just for a table, which I get because you're going to be there for a while, and you want to make sure that the wait staff and everything gets paid amicably. You know what I mean?
Well, they get paid well.
Get paid and that well. That's what I mean. I don't know what I was trying to say.
I don't either, but I like the
get paid word well. Attempt. I don't know why I just didn't say that. But it's like, is it worth going out? Or, you know, I still have cable, so like just come here and like make snacks. I don't know. So we're still undecided. It's either one or the other.
In worst case scenario, we can just like look at flights and have you come out here.
This is true. Although now I feel like Allison is so on board that Allison might need to go this way.
Come on, Allison.
Oh, she'd be down. Literally, if I call her, I'm like, do you want to go to LA with me tomorrow? She'd be like,
let's go. Okay. We can all use a friend like Allison.
She listens to our podcast. Actually, I didn't even know she listened to the podcast until like a couple nights ago. We were riding together, and she's like, oh, I was catching up on your podcast. I was like, you don't even watch football. I was like, why do you listen? She's like, I just support you guys. She's the best. She really is the best. Yeah.
Thank you, Allison.
I know. We love her.
Convince Megan to take a trip to LA.
Yes. Oh my, she would. Oh, Allison in LA. I don't know if we're ready for that.
Considering I don't go out anymore, I'm ready for that.
She would just want to do all the things and see all the things. And I love her for it. And we'd have to just show her a dang good time because I could see her thriving in Los Angeles. It
is a thrivable place.
It is sometimes.
I was just like, yeah.
Give me the updates in LA. Are people still going Rams crazy? I need to know what that city looks like. Is it covered in blue and yellow?
You know, it's not yet covered in blue and yellow, but traffic is a fucking bitch right now. And so my dad was in town helping me with all the things for my move, and trying to get to and from the airport was a freaking nightmare because that's close to where the stadium is. And they're doing all like the pre-Super Bowl things there. So it is kind of a nightmare right now. Everyone is a Rams fan. Everywhere I look, people are like literally up on that bandwagon. It is full. My sister, though, this was pretty funny. I was talking to Olivia, and my sister's living in Peru. So I was on the phone with her the other day. And I was like, are you going to be able to watch the game? And she goes, no, I don't care. And then I told her about the halftime show, and she's like, I need to watch this fucking game. I need to watch this game. And I was like, yeah, I'm literally
So is she not getting like regular news updates or anything from the States being in Peru?
Today was the first time she heard a police car go by. She literally
if she ever comes back, she needs to write this all down, or this whole experience. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Amazing. She goes to markets where like literally you like the meat is hanging out, and you like just like, yeah, it's gross. I'm like, girl. So as far as LA goes, that's all I've seen so far. I'm pretty sure like by the end of the week it's going to be even more crazy. But we were looking at like the price of tickets, and I guess this is like the second most expensive Super Bowl in history. And
I just think everyone's excited for it because it's just not the norm. We haven't seen this before, and everyone's just like, oh my gosh, like regardless of who wins, it's going to be great. You know, it's going to be great. For your sake, I kind of hope it's Bengals because LA's just going to explode. I personally think these teams are just going to bring it. Like they're going to just bring their best of the best. And I just hope for just a back and forth, solid game.
I agree. I was talking to someone the other day and they're like, I hope it's not one of these low ass scoring games where it's like 10-13. They're like, I want to see like an actual game and all the points being scored on both sides. And I was like, yeah, that is entertaining to me. So.
Oh, and I didn't really read it, but I sent it in the Boston Blondes DMs that this is the youngest coaching matchup in maybe ever or in years. I can't remember. I didn't read the article, but
it might be in history, I think.
Can I just say, I think Sean McVay, I think he's like very fine.
I'm not
into it?
I was like 2 years ago, and then for some reason this past year I wasn't into it. I was like, you were in my head, and now he's not.
The only thing is, I think he's a little short. Maybe he's not, but he just seems short. But maybe that's only because he's next to these staggering like football players. So maybe
that's true.
Maybe he's like 6'2", and I would have no idea.
I mean, probably not. I think he is short, but
I would love to go to dinner with him.
Yeah.
Like it's an option.
I mean, like, let's go.
Is he married? I don't even know.
I don't know, but I like it. Let's go for it. Although they showed his home on like one of these, like I was like on Google or something. They were like Sean McVay's home. Oh my God, this house is stupid.
What part of LA does he live in?
I don't know. I didn't go that deep into it because I was just like, oh, but I did see that Julian Edelman is in town, and I'm like,
wait, sorry, what did you say about Julian Edelman?
Oh no, he's in town because he's covering part of the Super Bowl. So I was like, all right, dude.
Wait. If he's in town, you have to go to what's that bar in Santa Monica that he goes to all the time?
The Bungalow?
The Bungalow, yes! You have to. I mean, granted, you will be around like Gen Z and it's going to suck ass, but you know he's going to be there.
All right, maybe
you have
I'll
to do
suck
it for
it up.
me.
I know, but who am I going to go with? You're not here.
I don't know. That is true. I'm not sure. Because I'm pretty sure, one of your male friends wouldn't want to come if you're going to Julian Edelman. Okay, Sean McVay, literally only a year older than me. He was born in 86. Is he married?
Aww.
Listen, Wikipedia. Give me all the info.
Come on, Wikipedia. You're too slow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is Sean McVay still married? With his fiance. Oh, and God, her name is Veronica Coleman. She is a model. Oh my God. Like, can we, all right, y'all, if you're listening to this podcast, sorry, but if you're watching on YouTube, can we just,
oh my God.
Like, that is just perfect.
That's beautiful. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
I know.
I was so excited about my potential marriage to Sean McVay. Girl, can I tell you something? I think I spiraled today.
Why?
For a brief moment. It only lasted a couple seconds. It was a very brief moment.
Uh-oh.
I signed up for a free trial of Match.com.
Oh my God.
And I got about maybe 5 swipes in, and I was like, nope, not for me.
Okay. I'm so glad you finally you admitted something like this, because a couple years ago I signed up for a free trial of J-Date.
Listen, I haven't touched Christian Mingle yet or eHarmony, so there's still time. How long did you stay on that app?
5 seconds.
Okay. All right, solid.
I got through 2 swipes and a really gross message, and I went, nope, I'm done.
Nope.
I'm done.
Okay. Match was similar. I had a similar experience earlier today. However, so one night it was like what were we doing? I don't know. This was a few weeks or a couple months ago. I was out with a couple of friends out here, and we maybe drunkenly signed up just to see what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Farmers only. Just because
oh my God, Megan.
I just needed to see what was out there. I I may still have the app. I am not an active participant on the app. I think I
Oh
may have one
my.
picture. Did I get rid of it? Is it on here? Okay, I don't think I see it. But yeah, that was a low. That was a low. I blame that one on the wine for sure.
Yeah, that is definitely a wine made decision right there.
But every guy was like holding a turkey, and he's like out in his
He's got
camo.
a bale of hail over him, and he's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's like this, but it was not like this. It was not what you hope that a farmer would look like. It was like not good. It was not.
No.
It was not good.
Wait, have you
Yeah,
seen the new season of Queer Eye?
I've seen some episodes. Yeah,
When they're trying to dress up like they're in Texas, there's like an episode they go to a farm, and I died. I died. I'm so glad you admitted Farmers Only, because I wasn't going to say J-Date, but my mom made me do it. So
listen,
thanks,
the
Nance.
things we do for love, but at this point, I'm like, it's all right. Like I've accepted my fate, and it's okay.
You don't have a fate like yet. Like it's not like you're gonna die alone.
I mean, odds are looking maybe that way.
No, if I had a magic 8-ball, I would shake it and it would say, "Don't give up. Love is out there."
That's very sweet.
You're
I
welcome.
think for me, I just get sorry, this is going down a whole different tangent. But I try. Like I actively put myself out there. I'm on Hinge. I will I match with a lot of really attractive guys, but the thing is they don't know how to keep a conversation going.
No.
I'll say, "Oh, have you lived in North Carolina a long time? Moved here about 5 years ago." Awesome. What brought you here? Work. Cool. What is it that you do for work? Like it's like they're not even interested in me at all. And then I was excited yesterday. I think I matched with someone and conversation was great. Actually, his family lived in San Luis Obispo. And I was like, oh, I
funny.
know Sloan very well and blah, blah, blah. And then the next thing I know, he unmatched me. I was like,
What?
okay, Kyle.
Ew,
Get off your
Kyle.
high horse, sir. Anyways.
Freaking dating. It's
Dating
just
sucks. No, go ahead.
Speaking of dating and bad breakups, now we can circle back to Tom Brady's little thing.
Nice segue.
So thank you. That was pretty good, wasn't it?
It was great.
I was pretty impressed with myself. I was like in my head thinking about it. I was like, is this gonna work? I was talking to someone else, and when my dad was out here, and they were like, so how do you feel about Tom Brady breaking up with everybody but not saying it to the Patriots? And I was like, thanks. That wasn't very nice. And my dad's like, whatever. And I'm like, Dad, no, this is not a whatever situation. This is an annoying situation. And then my dad's like, yeah, but he like came back and said some other things. And I'm like, too little, too late, sir. That's not how this works. Anyways, apparently there's been like, he said that who knows if this is forever. He'll never say never, but he doesn't think he'll play again. But I'm like, is that a hint? Because I don't want to get my hopes up, but like,
I know. I did see that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do feel like Tom kind of uses social media to hint because he's given us things before, with the Hulu commercial where he's like, I'm not going anywhere.
Hulu commercial.
Granted, he went somewhere. He didn't go anywhere from football, but he went to Tampa Bay. Listen, here's how I feel about the whole thing. Were we mad last week? Yeah. Am I still upset about it? Yeah. But at the same time, I have been wearing a lot of my goat stuff lately. And anytime I'm in Target or something, some smart ass will, like, not even joking, someone will say something to me like, is he really the goat? And I'm like, fucking, like, shut your face. Like, yes. Yeah. Like, I get so heated over it because it's like, listen, why can Joe Montana be legendary and all these other guys be legendary? Because they are legendary, of course. Yep. But why are they legendary status that goes down with some of the greats? And people just love to hate Tom Brady. Literally, he's a great guy. He's not like into himself. He's not like he does charitable things. I don't understand.
Well,
and if I were him, sorry, I want you to say what you're going to say, but while I'm heated, if I were him, I'd be pissed about it too. And I'd be like, listen, in his heart, he's probably like, he probably still wants to play because as you were saying, he's not hurt. Yes, he's getting older, but he's literally playing the best games he has of his life. So body-wise, he doesn't need to retire. Maybe he wants to spend more time with his family, which I totally respect and understand. But do you think also another part of it is just the fact that he's over people hating on him? Because I would be.
Also, great points, because another reason why people hate him so much is all of the stuff they think he did, all the cheating and the scandals, which let's circle back to Deflate Gate now, shall we? Right? I'm on fire today. I am like, woo. But yeah, let's touch base on the fact that all of this new stuff came out about Deflate Gate, about how the NFL hid documents and destroyed documents that would have proved them wrong, and the Patriots right, and how Roger Goodell should get fired like now. And also, if Tom Brady had those 4 games back, do you know how many records he still would have set? Like, he would have, what else could have happened in those 4 games? How many more passing yards could he have gotten that would have added on to him? We lost a first-round draft pick. Should we get that back? Yeah, because you are now coming out saying that, oh, by the way, we were wrong and we lied.
Why do you think it is that they lied? And I feel like, first of all, I was reading that article and I was like, that happened in 2014.
I know. Doesn't
that feels like it happened 3 years ago? I was like,
I know.
What? So anyways, but the Patriots were hot then. And was it the NFL's way of being like, we need to, I don't know. I don't even understand the point of it.
It's so dumb, because we were going to win that game anyway. Like, that game was won regardless. Like, that game against the Colts. Like, we 100% killed them, and we didn't need deflated footballs to do that. Second, once the NFL realized they were wrong, they didn't want to come out and say, oh, we fucked up, because they made such a big deal about it. So to go and destroy these documents, that's just bullshit. And then you're painting Brady in a bad light. And then his episode of Man in the Arena, where he talks about this, like, you can see how much it bothered him. Like, how much all of this, like, yeah, they came after him.
His ability. Everyone was literally, everything he worked for was questioning and calling him a cheater. And that's, and this goes back to what I was saying. I don't blame Tom for being salty. Like, it's like, listen, let the guy do what he loves, and let him play the game. And people need to stop hating.
I agree. I 100% agree. And like, a lot of the reasoning I hear is, oh, he's a cheater. Oh, he's a liar. And I'm like, you can't even use that excuse now. He didn't cheat and he didn't lie. Like, go shove it up your butt, please. Thank you.
Seriously. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't blame him. I think he's probably gonna just chill for a minute, decide what he wants to do.
Yeah.
See what happens. He's launching a clothing line, I saw.
Mm-hmm. Well, you were the one that actually said something about this, and I didn't even really realize what it was. You were talking to me about the tuck rule. And I had to look it up because I wasn't really even sure. And I read some articles, but if you want to walk us through that and how it had such a trajectory of Tom's, he owes a lot to the tuck rule. He even says that, which I thought was kind of interesting, but I want to hear your take on it.
Oh man, I love it. Have you seen the preview for the 30 for 30 where everyone's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And Belichick's like, I knew that rule. And you're like, how are you the only person who knew that rule?
Bill's like, I know all things.
But I love that everyone else is like, that's my.
Wait, you're kind of rocking the Bill Belichick today in your own
fashion.
I
am. I'm wearing my cutoff.
Yes!
I'm honoring the great Bill Belichick today. But yeah, no, so apparently it's like when the ball is in a forward motion and it's like ruled, it's moving. And then even if he tries to tuck it, it's still moving, like a forward motion. And that's what the call was against, in the Raiders game. Mm-hmm. And that was Brady's first playoff appearance. It was his first, anything with the Pats. So it was huge. It was absolutely huge. And for that call to end up being reversed, because it was originally a fumble.
Right.
And they all thought the game was over.
But one referee was like, oh, let me see here. We have the tuck rule.
The tuck rule.
According to the NFL section 245, That was not a fumble.
That was the tuck rule. And then freaking like everyone's like, what? Like no one knew what that was. The tuck rule. So I'm going to be fascinated to watch this 30 for 30 to hear what these people have to say about it. Because like, I mean, obviously they won that game. Vinatieri ended up kicking the field goal and then like tied it. And then, I mean, Brady even goes, I don't think I would have been starting the next year had I not won that. And I was like,
but doesn't that kind of suck for Drew Bledsoe too, to be like, oh, I'm going to be out just a couple games because I'm hurt. This young kid can come in. Meanwhile, he's like, okay. And then he's just here to stay.
It's so, I mean, that episode, I like cried for him because you could see how hard it was for Bledsoe. And then he supported Brady through the whole thing, through the whole playoffs when they won everything. And it was just like
so great.
Oh my God, my heart hurt.
We should get Drew on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would die. I would probably like sit in my chair and be like, hi.
I couldn't even handle myself. Like, I don't even know. Oh my God. If we had half the athletes we talk about, if they ever were on this podcast, I'd just be like, I don't think I'd be able to talk.
No, I would probably be over here like just rocking back and forth, being like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what the 30 for 30. I'm a huge fan of those documentaries that they
do they normally come out? Like, I know of them, but do they normally air on a certain night or like what? How do I find this?
I don't know. I mean, it's all over ESPN, I think.
Total side note. Did you see, you probably didn't have time. Did you see my story? My most recent story
about
Amy Schumer has a new show on Hulu. It's not coming out until March.
Did not.
Shout out to Amy Schumer. Yeah, it looks so cute and hilarious. It's called Life and Beth or Life of Beth.
Oh,
it's cute.
That was Megan and I's like second date, third date, and we realized that we love Disturbed.
We listened to Disturbed. We rode to what auditorium? No, not an auditorium. What arena was it?
I don't remember.
Wait, I forget. But we went and saw Amy on one of her comedy tours, and she was just fabulous. She was just fabulous.
She was great. Her. I know.
Yeah.
This we could just segue and talk about everything at this point.
All the things. Well, that's why I love this podcast. We're all over
I know,
the board.
Me too.
We're talking about farmers only. We're talking about the tuck rule.
The tuck rule. Yep.
You know. Well, I'm very excited for the Super Bowl. It's going to be, it's funny. I forgot that I'm thinking here. I'm like, oh, I'll like head somewhere in the afternoon. Then I'm like, oh, wait, no, it starts at 6:30 here. So then that's another reason my grandma status ass is like, I don't really want to go out. Like it's going to be, by the time that game is over, it's going to be close to 9:30, 10.
Oh, need to get some sleep.
Yeah, exactly. And I just saw these like gluten-free mozzarella sticks at Whole Foods that I think, I'm just like, I'm ready. I'm ready for an excuse to buy those kind of things for the Super Bowl.
Can I tell you a memory that popped up on my Facebook? I don't know if it popped up on yours, of when the Pats won the Super Bowl and we were all singing and jumping up and down. There's a boomerang of us going like this.
I saw the boomerang jump, and I was going to send it to my sister because my sister was in that with us. That was the infamous year where the Patriots beat the Falcons, and that was so fun. Oh my God, that was fun. That was fun.
And we were singing everything. I think we sang Meatloaf at one point. We were singing Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. We had a
performed to Meatloaf.
That was when I found out he died, my heart hurt so bad because I was like, Meatloaf.
I feel like that's our dad's favorite. The dish and all right. Well, we're here every Wednesday, maybe Tuesday night, depending on how quickly we work. Follow us on Instagram at Official Boston Blondes, which I forgot last time. Also, we are on Spotify and iHeart and YouTube if you want to watch, because we film that we film this, and also if you want to listen, you can listen to the audio version as well. But I love our weekly catch-ups, and we will be talking all things Super Bowl and halftime next episode.
Oh, I'm so excited for this halftime show.
It'll be great. All right, love you.
I love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.